thank you so much for being here. The main way this is going to work is there are 6 plays, each around 10 minutes long, and between the plays there's going to be a few minutes to turn and talk with the people you came with the people sitting around you, and with anybody else who's here. Everybody here is a part of this community somehow. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to our actors. Something to note is you see the chairs in the stands. This is a reading, which means we are not going to be acting with our bodies, but we are going to be acting with our voices. We think that the scripts speak for themselves, and we think you will think that as well. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy. Here we are again. I wish we didn't have to meet here.
It's been 5 years since we met for the first time.
Since the first call was put out for plays written by teens about gun violence.
For every writer who grows up, a new one takes their place.
More stories, more voices, more fear.
Over and over and over.
It's like nobody even cares about it anymore. Nobody cares about death.
Have they ever cared?
Oh look, another attack at the grocery store, a gas station. Oh look, another hate crime at a church, synagogue, mosque.
Oh look, another tragedy on the street in the neighborhood.
Oh look, another death in a home, another death in a safe haven.
Oh look, another school shooting.
Headlines flash before your eyes for a minute, then disappear forever.
Do you even remember the one from yesterday? The one from last week, last month, last year?
Politicians keep them under wraps.
And when we bring it up,
We use our voices.
What are we told?
we've told 1,000 times.
Guns don't kill
Kill
people.
people. People kill people.
Thoughts and prayers.
Guns don't kill people.
Wokeness kills people.
We have a right to bear arms.
Guns don't kill people. Criminals kill people.
The only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Guns don't kill people. Bad people.
It's a mental health problem.
Guns don't kill people. Maladjusted kids kill people.
It's a fact of life.
Guns don't kill people.
Crazy
people kill people.
Thank you for your service.
For fulfilling your duty to this country.
For being the perfect victim you didn't ask to be.
We've been holding space but neglecting action.
We've been trapped in this cycle.
Screaming into the void.
Hoping others will listen.
Hoping other people will say enough.
Enough.
Oh look, another school shooting by Matthias Finley. Characters. The student, an average high school student who is a representation of the school that just experienced the shooting. They're not being vindictive. They're not on a mission. They just need help. Reporter, a field reporter for ABC QRS VT41 Channel News, has no regard for privacy. Cameraman, a cameraman for ABC QRS VT41 Channel News, a mindless minion. Anchor, a news anchor for ABC QRS VT41 Channel News. His job is to be attractive, sympathetic, and get viewers to stay for the outbreak. Leftist commentator, a left-wing social media user who firmly believes that their posts will change the world for the better, that thinks they are morally superior and wants everyone to know it, also thinks that getting Democrats in the office is the only way to solve the problem. Rightist commentator, a right-wing social media user who firmly believes that his points will change the world for the better, thinks he is morally superior and wants everyone to know it. Freedom and anti-wokeness are his most cherished values. Congregant, a well-meaning but oblivious attendee of a local evangelical Christian church, is very sincere but doesn't have a firm grasp on theology, so is just a few YouTube videos away from having a complete crisis of faith. Enjoys being the center of attention. A pastor, the senior pastor of a local evangelical Christian church, is a respected leader, but has not thought through many aspects of theology, so spits platitudes when faced with difficult questions. Atheist commentator, the kid who grew up Christian but broke free of the shackles of his oppressive upbringing with the help of the new atheism movement, wants everyone to know about his enlightenment and seeks to convert as many people as possible to atheism. is a deeply unfulfilled person. The President of the United States must not represent any particular real-world president or political party. He's just your average white, old, rich rapist. Friend. The one who actually cares. Setting. Immediately after a shooting at a small private Christian school in the U.S. The play does not take place in a specific literal location. As such, set design may be simple as a stage with some boxes. There must be a screen of some sort, and can be used and should be used throughout the show to accentuate the action, i.e. a screen recording of a phone scrolling through social media, the presidential logo during the president's speech, etc. Nothing about the set of designs would suggest an overall specific literal location. We're dealing with representations and caricatures. Darkness. We hear police sirens, then voices on a phone call.
Mom? Mom! Mom! Mom!
Hello? I'm here. It's me. What's going on?
There was a shooting, Mom. Someone shot up the school.
Oh my god, where are you? Are you okay?
I'm okay, Mom. I don't know where Jonathan is.
Various phone calls between panicked children and parents fade in and out, rapidly overlapping with each other. They add in graduality, one by one, at a rapidly increasing rate. It builds and builds to the point where we are overwhelmed by the noise. Some of the calls are just sobs. Other conversations include, as the cacophony reaches its zenith, the students stumble on stage, reeling. They try to block out the sounds of the calls. After a bit, they just can't take it anymore. They scream and curl up in a ball on the floor, and all the sound cuts out. They are wide-eyed, just staring numbly ahead. There is an extended moment. Eventually, a reporter enters. They see the student.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at you. Jimmy, get over here. We gotta get this. Stand up. You're about to be on the news. You aren't crying. Have you cried? Are you gonna cry? Damn it. Okay, I'll have to do it. You ready?
You bet.
Perfect. We'll be live in just a minute or two.
Do I have to?
Huh? Well, yeah. The people deserve to know what happened. That's what we have to do here at ABC, QRS, BT, 41 Channel News. We give the people all the details they deserve. Every last one. Okay, here we go.
Reveal a news desk with a news anchor. The screen turns on and displays the live feed from a camera, pointed right at the reporter and student, perhaps zooming up close to the student's face at various points.
Breaking news! Just minutes ago, we received word of a school shooting that took place this morning at a local private Christian school. We now have a correspondent live at the scene with more details.
It truly is a tragic day for our whole community. I'm here at the school right now, and it is a sight. We are going to gather more information, but around half an hour ago, a man rampaged through the school, wounding at least 10 people, maybe more.
That's not true. It wasn't a man, and
There are police cars everywhere, and we unfortunately can't get any closer to the actual scene. Police are saying that it's still considered an active crime scene, and that the shooter has not been identified.
but we know who it was, and
Authorities are still in the process of reuniting students with their parents. We'll just have to wait until the story unfolds throughout the day.
Thank you. We will continue to bring you live coverage of this horrific event as it unfolds. It really is a shame. The report is.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this break.
As all the lights go out, and a typical commercial for a fast food restaurant plays on the screen.
Hold on.
The commercial abruptly stops, and the lights come back on. A leftist commentator, decked out in as much Democrat or liberal merch as possible, appears, goes to the student, and grabs them by the arm. They are posting to social media on the device. Perhaps you see a post on the screen. It's just a screen recording of a phone scrolling through social media.
I think the way that the media is reporting on the shooting is extremely problematic. I mean, how can they just sit right here in their news stations pretending to care and then play an ad right after? This just goes to show the way capitalism is ruining the country.
The student tries to pull away, but the leftist commentator doesn't let them.
Look at this, look at this. Look at how normalized gun violence has become today in America. We can't just accept this any longer.
A rightist commentator, decked out in as much Republican and conservative merch as possible, enters.
It's time for us as a nation to demand gun regulation from Congress if this won't ever happen again. If we just prohibit guns, people won't get them. Simple as that.
I'm not going to listen to this lib anymore.
that the shooter was a student at the school, a 14-year-old girl who seems to have shot herself at the scene. She was just recently pronounced dead after.
She wasn't 14, I don't
And
think.
that brings up another thing. This kid was clearly a troubled individual. I mean, how else do you explain it? I'll bet she was being bullied too.
Wait, that's not, she wasn't bullied by...
The solution? Well, people think he will actually...
Blah, blah, blah. This kid was obviously an LGBT. I mean, come on, we're all thinking it.
No, that isn't true. I mean,
You've
not
seen
that
the
I know.
pictures. Why'd you go by a different name? This is what happens when we go around telling kids they can just chop off their penises and magically...
That's not what this is about, you bigot.
It's called common sense.
The commenters forget about the student as they launch into a full shouting match. The student tries to get away, but runs into the reporter. A congregant appears out of nowhere, grabbing the student and the mic. Perhaps the screen displays a cheesy gif of a cross. The congregant is crying throughout.
Yes, I just want to say what a trying time this has been for our whole community. I am absolutely shaken to the core. I don't even know what to do or how to think straight. This is a time of grieving for the whole city, but very traumatizing for me in many ways.
You were there?
I was at my house on the other side of town, and I turned on the news and saw it, and I just thank God that my own kids don't go to that school. We thought about sending them there, but it was too far to drive. I just had a hard time sleeping that night. I was so full of fear. I just don't know what to think of it all.
By now, a pastor has entered. The congregant sees him and pushes the student into the pastor's arms.
How could something like this happen?
The pastor looks stunned for a few moments, then collects himself.
Well, we all know that God is with you, even through the hard times, and that, well, everything happens for a reason, right? It's all in God's plan. You might not see it, but God's using this for His purposes. You just need to trust that. It's all part of His plan, you know, Jeremiah 29:11.
The congregant pushes the student aside and embraces the pastor.
Thank you so much.
The screen goes back to displaying the social media world.
I just want to reiterate how shocked I am that this could happen. I, for one, actually care about the safety of children, unlike the old Republicans who clearly don't give a damn about any of them. I mean, what do they try to protect innocent kids, huh? They don't care.
We don't care about innocent children. We're the ones who overturned Roe v. Wade.
That's different. That's just, you're trying to take away women's right to choose.
An atheist commentator appears and grabs the student.
Okay. So this was a Christian school, right? That seems pretty ironic to me. Where's their precious God now? If God is so good, why didn't He protect them? Either God's a jerk, an idiot, or maybe He doesn't exist. Maybe now they'll wake up from their delusion and realize they've been buying into a fairy tale this whole time.
How dare you say that to me? This is all within God's loving plan.
This is a loving plan for a school to get shot up? Wow, some God.
Update. We just uncovered the shooter's manifesto.
The manifesto is displayed on screen. Everyone crowds around to try and read it. I feel that the audience can't quite make out what it says.
It was posted on the shooter's personal social media pages just hours before the incident, and it is quite revealing.
Aha, gotcha. You can see right there, clear as day, that she was a white supremacist.
This goes to show the dark side of religion.
The shooter was targeting non-white kids. Huh? I didn't even know Christian schools had non-white students.
I don't know if that's actually true. Because that classroom had...
What's your point? That this is your side's fault. You're the ones who let racism run rampant in this country.
I mean, come on. There's not any racism left in America. I don't even see color. Besides, I bet this manifesto isn't even real.
You're just trying to deny it because it's inconvenient for you. We know for sure that this is legit.
Who's we?
Well, first off, the news. They're the experts here. But also all of Twitter. I mean X.
Not this side of Twitter. We just found the real manifesto. Turns out she was a gay.
Well, even if she was, it's people like you who bullied her into shooting up a school.
The commenters once again launch into a shouting match. They pull the student back and forth between them. Eventually, the congregant takes the student's arm and wipes their nose and tears on the student's sleeve. The commenters don't notice.
Wait, here comes the president.
Everyone except the student stops and stands beside at attention. Perhaps the presidential seal appears on the screen as Hail to the Chief plays. The President of the United States enters and approaches the student. The president puts a hand on the student's shoulder and gives a sympathetic look. He slowly looks around at everyone else before speaking.
School shootings, huh, folks?
I think they're pretty bad. In fact, I think they're so bad that my administration has done more to prevent school shootings than any other administration in the U.S. history. So think about that during the next election. And you know, I'm just absolutely shocked that this could happen in our country. I mean, the fact that Congress hasn't done anything is frankly unacceptable. Unlike me, I'm told we're sending some type of aid to this here school. You're welcome. Shoot, folks, I gotta run. Great seeing y'all.
The president flashes a charming smile and points finger guns at the student, who flinches. He then exits as everyone else, except the student, cheers and applauds.
What a good man!
We'd like some more information about the incident, please.
I don't think I want to.
Yeah, what kind of security did you guys have? Any police? And the shooter was bullied, right?
No, I don't know. I don't want.
We just got word that 4 people died and 5 were injured. Is that true?
When and where are the funerals of the people who died? I need to be there. Where the teachers aren't told? If they had been, this probably would have been a different story.
I don't.
I want to know more about the shooter. Had she showed any signs of white supremacy before? She was clearly in trouble where her parents divorced. Why do we have more security measures in place?
What are the names of those who were killed in the school shooting? We'd like to interview the families.
Yes, who was killed? What about the I just want to know the
Shut up! Just shut up. You have no idea. No idea. Just leave us alone.
Another small beat of silence before the reporter hears something. It's the distant sound of a phone call, eerily similar to the ones we heard before.
Dad? Dad, are you there?
I'm here. What's going on?
There was a shooting. Dad, I don't...
A cacophony of
shooting in our
desperate
school.
phone calls, just like the ones before, erupt, still distant.
Oh, look, another school shooting in Tennessee.
A big flashing arrow appears on the screen, pointing in the direction the reporter pointed. The reporter, commentators, and congregant all forget about the student and rush off in that direction, still clamoring and arguing. Both the noise and the noise of the phone calls fade. The student crumples to the ground again and sits there for an extended moment. Eventually, the friend slowly and quietly enters, carrying a pizza box. They sit down next to the student. Neither one says anything for a little while.
Papa Murphy's is giving out free pizzas. I thought I'd pick one up for you.
Thanks.
They begin to each eat a slice of pizza. The student leans their head on the friend's shoulder.
I'm so sorry.
The student cries a little. Lights fade. End of play.
Nurse, any gender or race, a natural advocate when necessary. Detective, white or non-black, investigative, interrogative, aggressive. Social worker, bureaucratic, speaks of policies, not police level, black, strong, layered, and heavy with grief. Carries the pain of every black parent who's been here before.
And it's fully
Second,
submit.
performance throughout the play should flow with lighting and sound shapes, as well as constant movement and motion revolving around Malik, standing in the center of the action for the majority of the play. Lights up, nighttime, a cracked sidewalk. Malik stands in the center of the action, chest and right leg soaked red. His eyes flutter, caught between pain and fading. Neighbor one is already crouching in front of Malik, looking at the ground as if Malik lies in front of him, pulling on gloves with practiced urgency. Neighbor two is off to the side, phone pressed to her ear, pacing hard. Jay runs in, breathless, terrified, but locked in, crouching across from neighbor one and looking at her. Malik looks down at the scene in front of him in terrifying confusion.
Jay, oh my God, Jay!
Malik, I'm here, okay?
Talk softly. Keep his eyes open. Run to the shop. Red kit. Back shelf.
Right hit, back shelf. I got it.
She sprints off, disappears. Neighbor one is working to apply pressure.
It's gonna be all right, Malik. You're gonna be just fine. Just focus on me. Hey, look at you. You got it. Just breathe nice and easy. Only thing you gotta worry about is how good your cut looks. Oh boy. I gave you just about the freshest taper in Chicago. Don't he look fresh?
Yes, I was just teasing you earlier, Malik. Darnell's really big on the scenery. It's gonna be okay, Malik. The ambulance will be here soon.
Neighbor 2 returns with a stalk of bleed kit and hands it to neighbor 1.
Yes, it's a chest and leg wound, bleeding badly, but he's still breathing. He's working just off the blood. He owns the barber shop. Come on now, though. You said he needs him route 10 minutes ago. Dear God, don't let Malik die on the sidewalk. Not this one, not today.
Jay raises from crouching, softly touches Malik's cheek to face her. Jay looks, eyes with relief.
I got you, okay? I got you. Stay with me. Just a little.
Neighbor 1 applies pressure.
Very good, Malik. Boy, you're doing good. Just stay with us, Malik, all right? Just listen to us.
Jay, Darnell,
Yeah, we're here. You're not alone.
I didn't do nothing. We were just.
I know, Malik. You don't have to explain. Not to me.
I've known his mama since they moved into the neighborhood. I keep an eye out for all these kids. He's a good kid, always respectful. He goes to Roosevelt, honor roll, sings in the church choir, never even been in a fight. Oh gosh, his mama, she's working. Somebody call her, please.
They always want to miss. Like being a human losing everything.
Pressure's holding, but I can't hold it forever.
Lights shift. A spot is on Malik at the scene as the scene moves slowly around him with the sound of a pulse. He looks but cannot move.
He can't hold forever. Where's the ambulance? I can't hold on. Well, I have to hold on. I have to breathe. Why is it so hard? How did I even get here? Walking? I was just walking. Jay was laughing. We were fine. I was fine. I'm still fine. God, I hope I'm not in any trouble. They're gonna want a story. I was just walking. I promise I was walking. I promise.
The lights pulse red and shift back. Malik gives out a deep, painful sounding breath. Then sirens rise. Red and blue lights flood into the sea. EMT 1 and EMT 2 finally rush in to assess Malik, crouching opposite neighbor 1.
Chest and leg GSW. Let's move.
We covered the chest where we put the tourniquet on his bleeding leg. A CVI technician brought Trey into the shop. He's alive because we didn't wait.
CBI?
Community violence intervention. We were trained last month. You just saved him 8 minutes.
Copy that. Let's go.
Jay steps forward, eyes locked with EMT 2.
I'm right with him.
Your family?
I am now.
Say his name when you get there.
And say where he came from, too.
Lights shift back to dark with a spot on Malik. Siren sounds slow into a pulse. Malik is still. As a pulse, a bit slower than last, fills the space. Malik's looking around frantically at the slow action around him.
They're looking at me, but not seeing me. Checking for clues, scanning for stories. Do I look like the kind they say? Don't say I'm good just to buy me time. Don't list my grades. My dad's was bleeding. I don't want to be another one. I don't want to be the right one either. I just want to go home. I hear Jay. I feel her hand. Stay away. Stay here. Just stay.
Lights pulse red. Sirens swell. Lights shift back to harsh fluorescent. Inside of a moving ambulance. Sirens are quieter. The hum of the road underneath. Malik remains in the middle of all the movement, unable to move. Blood soaks through his shirt, seeping through the gauze. Jay stands silently at his side, holding his hand. EMT 1 is driving. Eyes ahead. EMT 2 adjusts oxygen and checks vitals. Movement is brisk, but tense.
ESW. His HR is high, blood pressure is falling, and bleeding from the leg is still controlled by the tourniquet. Good job on the tourniquet, by the way. Whoever did that knew what they were doing.
Country's 5 minutes out.
Please don't take me down.
They usually handle this kind of thing in their neighborhood.
Mercy's only 11 minutes away. We could take him there.
We don't have 11 minutes. County's the closest trauma center. We have to go. The more time we spend harping on the hospital, the more we're losing him.
He got at least 8 from that kid. The barber who packed the wounds for the CBI group trained him.
The thing you mentioned earlier?
Community violence intervention. Worth remembering. Considering you guys almost didn't make it in time.
Suddenly, a frantic beeping.
Blood pressure's crashing.
We're losing time. Get a line in him and start fluids. And get some oxygen on him. We've got to roll.
Jay's still holding Malik's hand shakily as she looks at him.
Please just help me. Malik, just hold on. Please stay.
Valley County.
Lights shift to dark blue with a spot of blue. The sirens wailing slow down into a pulse pattern, slower than the last. The road hums. Malik looks around at them all, panicked, but fighting.
County. Mom always avoided county. That's where Uncle Reese died. That's where they forget you. That's where you bleed in the hallway. That's where help comes late, not at all. I can hear them talking, debating, like I'm not right here, like I'm not trying to stay. They're not saying if they'll save me. They're saying if I'm worth saving. What did I do? What don't they know? I don't need to be a saint. I need to stay.
Shift back to the ambulance.
Another one this week.
He's not another one. His name is Malik.
Lights pulse red. EMT 1 disappears. Lights shift and only one side of the stage is lit, revealing a hospital room, cold, sterile, harsh fluorescent lights. Sirens fade out completely, replaced by the beeping of a heart monitor. Malik's eyes flutter. He's fading fast but trying to fight. EMT 2 continues checking over Malik, the wound and his pulse. Malik, who still stands in the middle of it all, unable to move. Jay is to the side, watching the action. Dr. Hardin joins with a clipboard in hand, with a nurse on him.
DSW to the chest and right leg, 17. Vitals unstable. Initial response by the community. Tourniquet applied. Pressure held. Barber packed the wound. Said a CBI group trained them.
Barbers now, huh? Taking our jobs? Well, they did a damn good job, I'll say that.
And they bought him time.
He's crashing. Let's go. Clamp, code tray. We don't need to keep him breathing in transport, just to lose him here.
They begin working. Faster beeping intensifies and heart rate increases. Jay is then blocked by the nurse.
Only medical personnel inside.
I was with him. He needs me. Please, you can't be alone. I stay.
I know, but you can't be here.
Jay disappears to the unlit side of the stage. Doctor and nurse continue to work. Rapid beeping of the heart monitor. Detective appears, flashing a badge. He speaks directly to the doctor.
Patient conscious.
He's getting it checked too, and they're taking him to the OR.
Look, we'll let you know as soon as he's stable. You should be able to get a few questions in.
No, he's fighting for his life, not a suspect.
I'll be waiting. Let me know.
Detective disappears. Lights go dark for the spot on Malik standing next to the doctor and nurse, who are not paying him attention. Doctor and nurse movements are slow and exaggerated, working on the body in front of them, emotional and frantic. A heart monitor starts beeping at a slower pulse.
They're arguing around me like I'm a body, not a boy. Like I'm the one who held the gun. I was just coming home. God, if you're with me, if you can hear me, what have I done? What did I do? Please just see me. Let them see me. So I can stay for homecoming, my first prom. God, even that math test this Friday. I don't care. Just see mom. Let me survive just to hug her again. Let me get home. I just want to go home. God, I don't want to go. Every second is harder to breathe. Please, I need to stay. I just want.
Lights pulse red, intense, fast-paced beeping. The lights go out on Malik. The beeping ceases. Meanwhile, the lights are up on the other side of the stage in the waiting room. Jay paces. An elevator dings. Malik's mom rushes in, breathless, wide-eyed. She spots Jay.
We were just walking home. He was shot twice. It happened out of nowhere. I haven't heard anything. I'm so sorry.
Malik's mother starts shaking. Her knees give. Jay catches her in a tight embrace. She wails, but quietly, deep, raw. Jay lowers her head, silent, carrying the weight. A social worker enters, clipboard in hand.
Are you the mother of Malik Howard? I'm a social worker on this case. Now, I know this must be a hard time, but I need to ask you questions. Are you aware of where your son was tonight? Does he have a history of behavioral issues?
Any affiliation? You know, a few months ago, I tried to get him to learn self-defense. I took him to his class and he's barbecued me too afraid to hurt anyone else. So he'd go easy with every kick or punch he heard, always asking the rest of the boys if they were okay after. My boy can't stomach watching gore anymore. I freak out before a bug in the house and say he sets him free all the time. So they're gonna come at me with these damn assumptions. If that's not my kid in there, keep my son's name the hell out of your mouth.
Family of Malik, I'm sorry, but we need to make it.
Silence. Stillness. Malik walks into the waiting room, speaking to his mother and Jay as if they can hear him.
Please don't cry. I tried to fight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to get them to see me, not the way you did. But I'm here. I'm here. I did stay just like you told me. I heard every word, everything. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Jay, for being there always.
Malik wraps his arms around Jay and his mother. Jay and Malik's mother feel an unexplainable relief as they cry.
I wanted to hug you both to say thank you, and I love you.
Lights out. Lights up in warm light. Jay is center stage. Standing next to her on both sides are neighbor one and Malik's mother. Jay is still, strong, not older now, just heavier. She speaks directly to the audience.
I didn't write eulogy. I wrote this because Malik wasn't the first, and he won't be the last. This poison and the number one killer of youth who look like me, of youth like Malik. But when does it end? Maybe. If you see it, feel it. Carry it. You'll stop asking what he did, and you'll start asking what the system owes. He didn't die because of where he was. He died because of what people decided he wasn't. Every day we find punishment over prevention. We wait to respond instead of preparing to protect. And when we finally arrive, we ask for a resume before we offer CPR. You don't listen, you accuse, you decide. That's why we say his name. That's why CBI organizations exist. Say his name.
Malik
Howard. Say what saved him.
CBI.
Say what failed him.
The system.
Community violence intervention is not a slogan. It is a lifestyle. It is a barter with the gods. It's people who know, a block that shows up before the ambulance. To say the truth, that we are all worth saving. This isn't a eulogy. This is a testimony. And I will carry it until no one else has to. For my best friend, for Malik Howard of Chicago, Illinois. For every Malik Howard anywhere.
Lights fade out. End.
Described as what would happen if an overworked and burned out civil servant were placed in charge of the afterlife. His talking style is direct, dry, and often unfiltered. But in his most stranger, he is controlled. Jo, female, a television journalist who built her career on staying calm. She was especially good at maintaining control in high-pressure situations, keeping her emotions to herself, and ensuring that interviews stay on track. Her interview style is similar to that of Leslie Stahl and Barbara Waters. The setting is a modern television studio. Bare stage with two swivel chairs, each slightly angled outwards towards the audience. In between them is a small table with 2 glasses of water and a copy of Death's book. The set itself as a whole is minimalistic and sleek, offering no real distraction from the conversation itself. Lights up, television studios. 2 swivel chairs face one another, angled slightly towards the audience. In between the two table, 2 glasses of water and a copy of Death's book. Death sits in a wheelchair, dressed in business attire. Draped over the back of the seat is his iconic Grim Reaper look. Joan, seated opposite, looks towards an unseen camera and speaks. Good evening. Welcome back to the News Now on GTV Network. I'm Joan Myers, and joining me tonight for an exclusive interview is a guest like none we've had before. He's known by many names, he's feared by most, and he recently released the best-selling memoir, Nobody Cares About Death. Here with me today is the eternal being himself, Death.
Joan swivels back towards Death. He appears unhappy to be here, almost as if he has a headache.
Thank you for being here. It's an honor to have you.
I didn't have much of a choice, did I? Publicists and contracts. Apparently, this was part of the deal.
I had a feeling this interview wasn't going to be easy. To start, let's talk about the reason you're here today. Your new book, Nobody Cares About Death. Released just a week ago, it's already climbed to the top of the bestseller list, particularly due to its controversial nature. Some critics are calling it an unflinching look at life and death, while others have called it
Tasteless, an insult to human dignity, as heartless as its author.
well, I suppose some of those phrases have been used.
Not much I can do about that. People love to complain. Give them something to do.
Well, why name the book Nobody Cares About Death? What does that mean to you?
I thought it sounded pretentious enough that people would buy it.
I see. I'll ask the question that's on everybody's mind. Why did you write the book?
Why does anyone write a book about themselves? Ego, boredom, they see their life slipping away from them and they don't know what comes next. They feel misunderstood. Who knows?
Well, do you feel misunderstood?
I sure do. I have the most mysterious job in the world, and nobody gets to know exactly what it is until it's too late to matter. Throughout my career, not one person has really understood what my role actually is. I don't kill anybody, as most people seem to think. I have absolutely nothing to do with who dies and who doesn't. I just facilitate the transition from this life to the next, whatever that may be.
What do you mean by whatever that may be?
I have absolutely no idea what afterlife looks like. That's above my pay grade. I just help with those who have died with the necessary paperwork to get there. What's so funny?
The paperwork part is a joke, right?
No. You humans fill out so much paperwork throughout your entire lives. Why would that stop just because you died?
Right. I thought it was a metaphor.
No. It's not.
There is a brief moment of uncomfortable silence. Joan shifts.
Okay. Why release the book now? What changed?
What changed? What hasn't changed? I've been doing this job since the beginning of time. You humans are a fast-moving species. Keeping up with you all is a full-time gig. But I'm not one to complain about job security. Lately, however, in the past few decades or so, I've become busier. Much busier.
You mentioned that in the book your workload has increased. I found that to be rather unnerving to hear from someone such as yourself. Why do you think this is happening?
Don't you get it? You humans are different now, claiming you've become more sensitive to the violence. But all the while, you're actually learning how to tune it out.
I think we should change the subject.
Be mine.
Some would say, myself included, that you have the most important job in the world. Would you say there's beauty in it? In what you do? A sense of closure or meaning, perhaps?
Beauty. Closure. Meaning. Please don't make me laugh. My head hurts when I do. I'm a glorified janitor. I don't make the mess, I just clean it up.
Messes?
You heard me. You humans make a mess, killing each other and leaving bodies all over the place. You spend your lives tearing each other apart, wrecking everything in sight. Somehow, after all of that, you have the audacity to act surprised when I show up to collect the pieces. You know what? Forget it. None of this matters.
Well, you wrote a book.
Your hypocrisy is fascinating to me. You all pretend that life is sacred, even meaningful. But when it comes to killing each other, taking away that precious life from others, you claim it's your right. Nobody shall infringe upon my rights as an American to take this gun and kill people, even the most vulnerable.
Okay, let's talk about that. You dedicated an entire section of your book to school shootings. Your decision to write about it was quite controversial.
Yeah, chapter 8. Class dismissed.
The tone of that chapter is blunt.
I've been doing this for a very long time. Then, along comes the 1960s, and suddenly I'm buried in paperwork, and I can't even read. I mean, do you know how hard it is to process forms that have been filled out in crayon? Worse yet, some of them don't even know how to write their own name. How do you run an office where most of your clients just learn the alphabet? I mean, at this point, I'm running a daycare.
Dex, daycare, you mentioned that in the book. It's a horrifying prospect, to say the least.
It should be. Kids don't understand forms. What's a social security number? What's a cause of death? How do you explain what an active shooter incident is to a 6-year-old? You can't. So they wait. That's the system. We wait until they're old enough to fill out the forms themselves. It's a horrible process. They grow up on paper, but they don't actually get to grow up. They learn to read the fine print of their own lives and deaths. By the time they're finally ready to get to the afterlife, they're still children, but they never got to experience a childhood.
Even hearing you talk about it now, you must understand why many people felt this was insensitive.
When you visit classrooms as many times as I do, you stop sugarcoating things.
In your book, you describe it as becoming a regular. What do you mean by that?
I mean that I visit schools so often, they might as well give me a parking spot up front. But you know what? Believe it or not, I don't want to go to your children's schools. To be honest, I don't even want to deal with your children. It's become monotonous. It's always the same. Where's my mommy? Where's my daddy? I want to go home. I tell them the truth. They can't, and they never will again. Then they cry. Eventually, they always get to the question I dislike the most.
And what question is that?
What did I do wrong? My answer is always the same. You went to school.
I would consider it ironic that someone whose purpose revolves around death and dying would hate guns as much as you did.
That's because you don't understand what I consider what I do just a job. All guns do is cause more paperwork. I've never loved this line of work. I didn't always hate it.
Are you suggesting you hate your job?
Did you not read my book? I did everything except spell it out for you, people. I hate my job. And would you like to know why? Because of you humans. The book isn't called Nobody Cares About Death just so it will sell a million copies. It's named that because it's true. Nobody cares about death. Nobody cares about dying as long as they aren't the ones doing it.
Do you honestly think that people don't care about this, about school shootings?
I don't think anything. I know.
I'm not sure that's justified. There have been many attempts at...
Attempts, nothing successful. There are discussions of the issue, carefully worded statements, bipartisan bickering, and useless legislation that gets killed before it's ever given a chance to breathe. Everyone screams that their thoughts and prayers go out to the victims' families, all the while the next shooter is loading his gun.
Surely you feel things have changed? Maybe even improved?
Okay, let's test that theory. When there's a school shooting, what happens immediately after? There's shock, grief, outrage. Some politicians call for a safer country. Some states push for gun control. Others don't. After that, time passes. Other stories take over. People move on. Or at least some do. And then I wait. I always wait. Never very long though. It'll happen again. A different school, a different town, the same screens, the same bodies, the same parents on their knees in the elementary school parking lot, waiting for the news they already know. Those parents will beg and plead for their children to see them just for another moment to say goodbye, but they know they won't get to. Death is a chain reaction which spreads out and multiplies like a whirl, like a web or a ripple. It doesn't stop in the schools, it keeps going. Sometimes the grieving parents feel like they can't go on. Sometimes the survivors can't get over their guilt. Sometimes these shootings inspire more of the same. At the end of the day, though, all that matters is that they're dead, and that falls into my purview.
There's a long pause. Joan is rattled for the first time during this interview.
Suddenly, you're wrong.
I beg your pardon.
You've got it wrong.
Okay, enlighten me.
Well, some people fight. What about the parents and survivors? I've been to the vigils, I've attended the funerals, I went to the fundraisers, I covered the rallies, I've personally met the people who are doing everything they can to stop this from happening ever again.
You are missing the point, Joan. What happens to them? Those parents who march, those kids who speak out, they get death threats. People call for them to be killed just for their activism. In public, people yell at them, telling them that they are fake, that none of what they are fighting for ever happened. You all say that I am cruel and uncaring, but I won't mock the mother of a child who is dead. I don't spit in the face of the kid who watched his best friend die. That's them. That's you. That's the people who claim they want change, want fewer dead kids, and go out and vote for politicians who don't believe that guns are the problem. You vote for politicians who don't even believe in death until I shake their hand for the very last time. Worst of all, the politicians go peacefully, surrounded by family. The kids don't.
So what do you think the solution is?
You already know the answer to that. It's the same as it always has been. Get rid of guns.
It isn't that simple.
Then do nothing. Watch the bodies pile up. But on the topic of solutions, you know what's so funny? You people love pretending you're powerless. You say it's complicated. It's a mental health issue. It's a parenting issue. It's the fact you live in a godless society. It's a gun issue. It always has been.
Moving on, you also wrote about
Why would you fix the problem? You can just make the kids wear bulletproof backpacks. Extra Kevlar comes in pink, blue, and your kid's favorite TV character. For just $10 extra, you can get it pre-stained with fake blood for maximum camouflage.
I think it's time to move on to another subject.
I mean, let's be real. Kids these days have drills for this in school. The teachers tell them to hide under a desk. Newsflash, a thin sheet of wood isn't going to stop a bullet. You aren't training them to be safe. You're training them to die quietly.
That's not fair.
You know, what's not fair? The fact that they die or the fact that I talk about it?
There are always laws being passed to protect.
And yet here I am. Would you like to send a thank you card to Congress? They sure have been keeping me busy.
Let's move on.
Move on. Really? You want to move on? I mean, it's your right to do so. Do you want to know a secret?
Death leans forward in his chair.
Parents, the ones left behind, they don't get to move on.
Death is on the edge of the seat, uncomfortably close to Joan.
When the time comes, you will.
They are still. A long moment. What does that mean?
Everybody thinks it couldn't happen to their child until it finally does. Maybe you're right. Maybe people do care. But not long enough to stop me from coming back.
Death stands and looks at Joan, who remains sitting, looking back at him. He begins to put his clothes back on.
This interview is over, but don't worry. I'll be back. I always am.
As Death turns to leave, he gives his swivel chair a hard spin. He glances back at Joan before walking off stage without a word, leaving her entirely alone. She is unmoving, staring at the spinning chair. The chair continues spinning, slower and slower and slower, until it finally stops. Everything, including Joan, is completely still. Silence. Black. End of play.
Meet here. My pace runner. Characters. Stella, early 20s. Griffin, early 50s. Leah, 19. Maya, 16. And the mask again. Setting, a white room. There is a single door with four light bulbs above. Chairs line the back wall. It is a bit like a doctor's waiting room. Near darkness, a single bulb above the door glows faint, steady amber. A deep, solitary heartbeat is heard, slow and resonant, as if pulsing through the wall. That solitary heartbeat goes to 4 heartbeats. A flash of red, and sudden lights up on a white room, with chairs lining the back wall, like a doctor's waiting room, with a single door and 4 rare bulbs above it, one already lit. Revealed is Griffin, a serious-looking man in his 50s, clutching a pair of dog tags. Liam, a young man shy of 20. Maya, a teenager sitting on one of the chairs, hugging her knees to her chest. And finally Stella, a young woman standing apart from the others and in mid-conversation with her hands in front of her, as if she's holding a cake, while searching for something in her purse.
She's gonna love it. Sorry, 1 second. It's somewhere in here. Today's her birthday and what?
Realizing there is no cake in her hands.
What's happening?
Here we go again.
Who are you?
It's okay, you're safe, fine.
Where am I?
Look, you're good, all good.
What's going on? Where am I?
Look at it.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Stop.
Stella keeps pounding on the door.
You shouldn't. It doesn't work like that.
Hello?
You must like to take in. We all have to go through it.
Go through what? You know what's going on?
Do you remember what happened right before you got here?
I was just at the store grabbing a cake for my parents' anniversary and then it was here.
I was afraid it was sudden.
Suddenly Stella is back in the door, pounding.
Stop.
Stella goes to grab a chair.
You can't do...
Just as Stella tries to slam the door with the chair,
Stop it!
Stella stops and looks at him.
There's no point.
What do you mean?
Because I remember where I was before I got here. We're dead on it.
What?
I'm sorry, but he's right. People come here after they die.
Oh, come on. So what is this? Is this supposed to be heaven or something?
This is more just a waiting.
What's out there?
The afterlife, yes, but what is this for each of us? I don't know.
But why us? Why us for?
So it's for
Wait, does anyone here know each other?
Great. We're just four dead strangers then.
there's a way out. I know. I've seen people leave
How long have you been here?
a while.
What do we have to do to get out of here?
This is crazy. I was just on my way to see my parents. I don't know where I am, but I'm definitely not dead.
You are. We all are. I'm here.
Griffin.
Stella?
There. Now we're not.
But there has to be a reason we're here together. Maybe when we found out why, we can figure out how to get out of here.
I told you. We can't.
You can get out of here. You just can't go back.
How?
How what?
What do we have to do to get out of here?
From what I've seen, the door opens and people have had time to talk about their lives. I'm really happy.
That's it. Then why are you still here?
Pointing at Griffin's dog pattern.
They real?
Of course they are. Served in the army for 41 years.
Until you come back.
This is crazy. What are you doing?
Did 2 tours in Iraq. Plus good soldiers. Friends, but no. I got to come home to my family.
Family?
Yeah. Wife and a daughter. Oh, right. Talk about our lives. Okay, well, guess I'm starting us off. Sam and I met in the army. Married within a year. She's everything I could ever ask for. When she got pregnant, we agreed that military housing wasn't the best place to raise a child. So, with my family out base, I wasn't around much. By the time I retired, my daughter was all grown up.
Sounds of soldiers on the battlefield. The sound increases in volume as Griffin speaks. Griffin becomes more on edge as the sound filled.
Home was different. I felt distant. Nightmares. Friends dying in front of me. At first, just at night. Then in the day, I'd see them. I used to be strong. I never felt weaker.
You said you remember where you lived exactly. Are you sure you don't?
They were running errands. I was all alone when the cloud came back.
Light shift. From the shadows, a masked man emerges, face concealed behind a blank, featureless mask. He moves with slow, deliberate precision, as if drawn by the heartbeat that pounds through the space. His arrival seems to chill the air. A faint red light pulses with each beat. None of the others notice him. He is visible only to us, the embodiment of the violence that brought them here. He approaches Griffin.
The sounds, the smells, the fear, all over again. I needed it to stop.
Masked man takes Griffin's hand, forms the shape of a gun, and presses it to his head. As the heartbeat thuds once, a second bulb flickers to life beside the first. The new glow is tentative, pulsing in time with the heartbeat. A faint red wash edges across the floor as if the room itself is inhuman. The heartbeat slows slightly, its echo deepening. The masked man releases and disappears.
The light. It changed.
Closer.
I was supposed to be in control, to be strong. But I was weak.
Yeah, you are.
What did you say?
Maya, no.
He left his family, he left his life, everything, and he decided to give that all up.
Griffin stomps towards Maya.
How dare you?
Griffin,
No,
stop.
leave him alone. Liam holds Griffin back. Stella goes to Maya, who backs away.
I didn't have any other option.
You could have stayed. Grown old.
One more day there, and I would have lost my mind or done something worse to my family. I couldn't let that happen.
You had a chance to live. I would give anything for that, but I can't. He got some dignity.
Maya grabs her chest, sinks to the floor.
What do you mean?
Maybe if I'd been closer to someone, just one friend, everyone else had people to rely on. I tried. It never worked. So this year, I kept my head down and told myself, wait for college, start over, leave and never look back. That hope, it made the long days bearable.
What do you remember?
I was doing what I always did, headphones on, rushing to class, but I noticed people running. The girl in front of me fell and didn't get up. I ripped off my headphones and heard it.
Sounds of students yelling, sneakers squeaking on the floor as people run, screams, gunfire. Masked man appears. These sounds build in intensity as Maya speaks.
I ran to the bathroom, climbed onto the toilet just like in the movies, but I guess he followed me.
All sounds stop. Masked man, now beside Maya, raises his fingers in the air in the shape of a gun. Another heartbeat sounds, lower, warmer. Masked man disappears. A third bulb blooms to a soft amber. The combined light from the three bulbs casts a gentle glow across the characters' faces. A low harmonic hum begins to heartbeat, almost imperceptible. Another one.
Just one more.
I died alone in the place I hated most. We're all dead. Even if we get out, we can't get back. I'm only 16.
I should have yelled. The truth is, you remind me so much of my daughter. I did leave her. Choice or not, I took my anger out on you. I'm sorry.
Me too.
A sound of rushing wind. A warm light fills the space. These fade as the lights are turned to normal. The door rattles.
Did you hear that?
The door moved.
Well, we must be doing something right. Who's next? Stella, what did you say happened to you before you died?
I'm not dead. It is impossible. I told you, I was at the store today getting a cake. I was feeling homesick, so I took a break from school to surprise my parents. Today's my mom's birthday, so it seemed perfect. It was almost my turn to check out,
And what?
I was too busy looking for my card in my purse. I almost dropped the cake. Then I heard balloons,
Balloons?
like popping noises. It must have been balloons or something. I wasn't paying attention. I heard popping, then what?
Wait, you were shot too?
What?
I was shot. Griffin was too. All of us.
My block had its own rules. Kids my age didn't stay in school long. I followed people who moved fast and didn't ask questions. At first, I ran small errands, kept my head down. Before I knew it, the crew decided it was time to see what I was made of. I was supposed to be the driver, nothing more. After midnight, waiting in my car, the flashing lights came out of nowhere. Shouts, guns, instincts took over.
Heartbeat. A flash of red. Silence.
I wasn't quick enough. It hits before you even know it. I think that's why we're here together, to keep our breath before what comes next.
They all look to Stella.
No, sorry, that just isn't possible.
Stella.
Not true, it's not true, not true.
The popping sounds are heard sporadically. They increase in volume as Stella speaks.
I was just standing in line with the cake. I heard balloons popping. I didn't look. I didn't look back. I was too busy, and then I heard popping. I heard glass breaking, and
Masked man appears and walks slowly towards Stella, tracing the trajectory of a stray bullet to Stella. Sound of breaking glass. Flash of red. Another heartbeat sounds. Lower, almost peaceful. The fourth bulb blooms to full amber, joining the others in a steady, warm glow. A deep, low hum swells as the door handle trembles and a shaft of golden light seems to the room.
All of them.
The room's ready.
I'm never making it home, am I?
All we had to do was figure out that we were shot and killed.
We had to face it, not just name it.
4 separate heartbeats slow to a single deep pulse, then stops. For a breath, the room holds in silence. All 4 bulbs flare to full brightness, their glow flooding the space in warm amber. A low, resonant hum swells and becomes a rush of wind, as if the walls themselves exhale. The door handle turns of its own accord, the door creaks and then swings wide. A wash of soft, golden white light pours through the opening, so bright it silhouettes the roof and stretches their shadows far across the floor. The wind subsides, leaving only the glow of the doorway, a quiet invitation to step beyond. Griffin, Maya, and Stella walk through the door. Liam doesn't move.
You okay?
I can't go.
What? Come on, man, let's go.
No, I won't. I can't leave him. Seriously, go ahead. I'll just stay here. I've done it before. I'll be okay. I'm old. No. I don't know how long that door's gonna open. You get to go now.
What are you talking about? Why won't you come with us?
I can't leave him.
Leave who?
My brother. I thought maybe being inside would protect my family, give them a way out. Instead, I let them even less. Now I worry. If I could get pulled in, what's up my baby brother? What if he's in the next group? I had a chance to leave here many times, but every time I face that door, I freeze. Get him to the other side. I can't leave him.
But we're not gonna leave you.
You need to go now. You might miss your chance.
Even if that door closes, we're going to stay with you. We didn't have to meet here, but we're going to leave together.
That's right.
Please just leave me. Everyone knows that.
Well, we're not anyone else.
Stella's right. You're stuck with us.
I'm scared. I'm scared of what waits for me behind that door. I did some bad thing.
Me too.
We can't change what's happened, but we can take the next steps together.
Even if we don't know what's next, nothing changes if you stay.
Let's move.
You can do this.
You can't.
Liam takes Stella's hand. The rush of wind that began with the door's first opening swells again. The warm, golden white light already pouring through widens and deepens until the stage is bathed in it. The hum softens but never stops.
We shouldn't have to be this way, but if I had to, I'd rather it would be you.
Maya steps through the doorway, then Griffin follows. Stella and Liam move towards the light. Liam halts for a breath, glancing back at the room.
Ready?
Yes, I am.
Liam takes Stella's hand once more and steps with her into the radiance. The hum fades, and the golden light lingers a heartbeat, then the door closes of its own accord. Blackout. End of play.
Scarf wants to do her job. The mask, the shield, the one who covers everything up. Thinks she is a protector, but realizes how wrong she is in the end. Woman. Caring, bright, empathetic, falls in love with romanticizing adulthood, easily forgives, slightly insecure, just wants to feel valued and loved. Best friend. Wants what's best for her friend, but a little too wrapped up in her own life to realize just how bad things are getting, drowning in guilt by the end. Mother. Wants her daughter to be safe, also wants her to learn her own lessons. Scared to cross the line between caring and overbearing, suffocating in regret by the end. Bullet. Just wants to do their job well, not violent by intention, but by nature and by the hands of men. Doesn't know what the right answer is. Waiter. Maybe he's genuinely a good guy. Maybe he's just like the others. Woman will never get a chance to know. Setting. Woman's apartment. Bright, youthful, full of photos and a slight mess. Adam's influence slowly overtakes it over the course of the play. A restaurant, expensive and formal. Author's note, when Adam, woman's partner, is present in the scene, the stage should feel suffocating. Designers should lean into the use of shadows. As the relationship between them deepens, so does the darkness surrounding woman, especially in moments of intensity. Perhaps they close in when Adam is near, and lowering of the lights traps and isolates woman. Lights up on woman's room. She is curled on top of her covers. A mirror hangs in her room. Beep, beep, beep. Her alarm assaults her senses. She wakes up, stretching with a groan. It is clear that she is nursing a hangover that will last most of the day. She climbs out of bed and looks in the mirror, noticing a hickey. She takes a slight, anxious thrill in it. Is this young adulthood? Is this growing up? She picks up a scarf to cover it. As she wraps the scarf around her neck, scarf enters. Scarf is beautiful, colorful, brilliant, a statement piece.
There is a lot that I can cover. She wakes up the next morning from a night out, wishing she was still a little drunk. Looks at her neck in the mirror. At this point, still young, smooth, painted, but not scared. Long and elegant, like a swan. She giggles at the light red mark at the base of her clavicle, a sunshine memento of the joy in being touched. She wants to broadcast it across her body like a national flag, and lock herself in the closet all at the same time. She does neither. She finds me.
Woman's phone rings. She answers. Best friend appears. They are FaceTiming.
Hey,
Did you go home with him?
good morning to you too.
Oh, excuse me. Good morning, darling friend of mine. How are you? How was your night? Did you happen to spend it with anyone?
I didn't go home with him.
Why? Was he a freak? Do I have to kill him?
No, I don't know. I wanted to take things slow, and he was really sweet about it. Got my number and everything.
Wow.
What?
No, nothing. I'm happy for you. It's just, last night, he didn't really seem like a take things slow kind of guy.
Well, he is. We're getting coffee on Tuesday. I really like him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he's different. And a really good kisser.
I can see that. Better cover that up before work.
Already on it.
Woman hangs up. Best friend disappears. She wraps the scarf around her neck. Scarf looks at her, smiling sadly.
I am beautiful and bright, as is she. We get compliments together. The two of us, we travel intertwined down the street. She curls her fingertips around my frayed edges as she waits. She giggles as he pulls me off her neck, and I flutter to the ground. I listen. I watch.
His name is Adam.
The stage darkens. Shadows swell around woman, confining her to a smaller pool of light. Her lover is something untouchable and inhuman, not solid or physical or vibrant. Beat. Her mother enters. The light shifts back to normal, although there's a slightly different quality to woman's reality. The two sit or walk or get coffee.
Is he handsome?
You know that's not important, Mom.
Oh, come on. I was almost unhit. Human nature.
Fine, okay. He's super hot. Sweet, too. He's not just attractive or whatever. He really cares about me, you know? Just like showers me with gifts and attention and love, just constantly. I have never met anyone like him.
So he treats you well. You're happy?
I'm happy. I love him.
Mother disappears. Woman falls in love, falls into a dizzy dance, falls. As Scarf speaks, the room settles into a new kind of space, one ruled by Adam. Shadows deepen across the stage. Woman is more confined than before. Life is getting darker, but it's still exciting at this point.
She braids me with innocence and sin and wraps me around her neck. She is growing, and I'm growing with her. She is bursting with freedom and warm to the touch with passion and care. He takes her to restaurants, beaches, places she looked at wistfully in magazines, and resigned herself to the fact that she will never afford. She is radiant, and so am I. We know this.
Woman sits at a restaurant table with Adam on a date.
Thank you for taking me here. It's just beyond. Thank you.
Waiter approaches.
Everything all right tonight?
It's great. Thank you.
Glad to hear it. Let me know if you need anything. And excuse me for saying so. You have absolutely beautiful eyes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Waiter leaves. Woman smiles. The shadows swell and her smile fades.
What? He was just being nice.
That night, he pulls me tight around her neck.
The table disappears. The shadows close in swiftly and suddenly. Woman is held, suffocated, owned. She makes eye contact with a beast she hasn't seen before. Then the darkness releases.
There is a lot that I can cover. That is something she learns very quickly. He is faster, stronger, a ticking bomb. He explodes with love and rage and too much skin on too much skin. She is heartbreak, crimson, an eggplant purple. She gets creative. She uses me. She stretches me wider to cover more ground, painting the parts I cannot reach, so others do not see. He loves her. He loves her. He loves her.
He loves me.
We get questions. Of course we do.
Woman is surrounded by mother and best friend.
Are you okay, honey? You look so tired. I haven't seen you in forever. How are things with Adam? Adam isn't treating you badly, is he? Then why did you get so married? Why
dance away from them. I flutter in the wind.
He loves me.
The garden grows and spreads, purple and red and pink and veiny, viney blue. Her bruises bloom and flourish. She has been scratched by a million thorns.
He loves me.
We learn to keep quiet, but sometimes she can't.
What the fuck, Adam? You have to. No, I'm talking. I'm serious. You have to tell me about these things. You can't. No. I'm talking. Please, just listen to me. You can't have a gun in the house without telling me. I don't know. I don't want a gun in the house. You know me. You've known me for a year and a half. You should know that. No, I'm talking. I'm talking, Adam. I'm talking and I don't want a gun in the house. I don't. Please listen to me. Please.
I wait for the tug. I wait for the marks that I will have to cover like I always do. But it doesn't come. He acquiesces. The demon disappears.
He loves me.
Days pass, then weeks. There are more dinners, more gifts. He's a benevolent God, and for now, she has not garnered his punishment. There are little things, of course. I'm never not used, but this smaller, better, easier to manage. At one point, I'm tied around her arm like a bandana.
He loves me.
There is a lot that I can cover, and I do so. Over and over and over and over again.
Mother and best friend enter. Woman is pulled in different directions toward and away from her mother. She doesn't know what to say. Scarf stretches and frays and tears to cover each bruise. Both of them are worn out and in pain. As they move, the darkness grows and grows, closing in on them.
Again.
Honey, are you sure you're okay?
Again.
You've been dodging my calls for months now.
Again.
Don't snap. I'm your mother. I'm worried about you.
Again.
If that's how you're going to talk to me, then maybe we should have some distance.
Again.
You're an adult. I need to let you make your own mistakes. Call me when you're out of Adam's pocket. Call me if you change your mind.
Again.
I thought you got rid of it, Adam. You told me you got rid of it.
He didn't. I covered her ears. I covered up all his lies, along with her bruises.
You know that I don't want a gun in the house.
There was a lot that I can cover. I cover him, and I cover her. I cover the entire damn universe with colors and lies and platitudes and promises and twisting knots and mazes. And God, I feel sick. She feels sick. What's wrong with us?
You need to get out. No, I'm not kidding. Adam, I want you out of this apartment. I asked you one thing, and you couldn't. You didn't even try to listen to me. No, I'm speaking, Adam. I put up with a lot of shit, but not this. It can't. I can't let this slide.
A gun is the welts on her shoulder blade. A gun is the tightness in her words. A gun is a shout, settled supposedly into the hammock of a cannon, waiting to be catapulted into her very blood. A gun is an expectation and answer. A gun is a wolf chasing sheep, and bruise tracing bone. A gun is hurt,
No.
and his, yes, a gun is hurt,
Listen.
and his deaf ears. A gun is,
Adam, no. Please, stop.
Woman gasps. It's horrible. It hurts. The darkness fades, but the light that it leaves is cold and clinical, sterile and unalive. Bullet enters across from Scarf. They stare at each other. Cold, dead silence. Woman is caught in between them, staring out at the audience.
He loves me.
Scarf and Bullet mirror each other, moving as one unit for the next portion of dialogue. Woman lingers, caught in the dance. Maybe she is silent, maybe she vocalizes and gasps.
She pressed me into her neck
He pressed me into her neck
to try to stop the bleeding.
to try to shut her up.
I tried to do my
I
job.
was just doing my job.
Everything is red. She giggled at the light red mark at the base of her clavicle, but now the light red mark is a big red hole.
I hurtle out of my chamber and break into her skin, curling into every dermis like a parasite. As I hit her, it hits me. Who gave me this power?
I tried to do my job.
She's too warm, too young, too human.
Her best friend at the bar, how she used to match me in her yellow sundress.
She's too kind, too still, too hopeful,
Too small.
too quiet, too alive.
Too alive for this.
Best friend and mom enter. They are racked with grief.
She said she was happy. She pushed me away. I should have helped her. I should have pushed back. She was always covered up. Always wearing long sleeves. Always wearing that damn scarf.
The stage is red now. Scarf looks at her hands, they are covered in blood.
There is a lot that I can cover. Generations upon generations of women who will spread me over the failures of men like a balm.
There's a lot I can cover. They will load me into metal mouthpieces and spray me over their children, their essential workers, their parents, and their parents' parents.
There is a lot that I can cover, but not this. It's too much. It's too much. I can't. There is a lot that I can cover. But maybe I never should have covered enough at all.
Scarf and Bullet look at each other. Woman steps back and watches from a distance. Slowly, Scarf and Bullet move toward one another, not breaking eye contact. They begin to dance or move or connect or pulsate. It is almost grotesque. They are melding together, becoming one.
There is a lot that I can cover.
They hold their positions. Everyone is red with woman's blood. A sharp inhale, and then we are thrown into a blackout. End of play.
Abby Dodery. Characters: Catherine, a bright young girl, yet reserved, often awkward, and more uncertain than she lets on. Quick to dismiss problems rather than address them. Lucy, a brash and angry at the world, and desperate to change it. Sharp, relentless, and highly compassionate. Confronts problems head on. Set in a dark and dingy holding cell in the back of a police station. And the present. A protest against gun violence occurred and was broken up just minutes ago. Lights go up over a holding cell. There's a single bench. Lucy is sitting on its edge, hunched over. We can only see half of her face. Catherine shuffles in, and the door rattles shut, encasing her behind bars. She leans against the wall, having a hard time keeping still. There's a distance between her and Lucy. Catherine speaks in a nervous pattern.
The phone is free if you need it. Thanks. You could call your mom or something. Yep.
Lucy makes no effort to move.
If you just let them know you want to use the phone.
I don't
sure.
need to call anyone.
Sorry. My mom was gonna be so pissed at me. Maybe not. I mean, I thought my mom would be too, but she just seemed really relieved. We didn't really do anything wrong anyway.
Lucy turns her head, allowing Catherine to see the other half of her face, where she holds an ice pack to a badly bruised eye.
Maybe you did it. Oh my god. Weren't you in French last year? Second period with Madame Chappelle? Oh yeah, I remember you. You sat with Natalie Smith and Addison. Are your parents going to come get you? When my dad realizes I'm not home, he'll know where to go. I bet they're going to cancel school again. I hope not. I've already forgotten everything in Calc, which I was supposed to have a test in today. There isn't any point to it anyway. No school for 2 weeks, we come back and nothing's changed, except now there's a memorial in the math hall. I don't think they will. Cancel school, I mean. This is nowhere near as bad as what happened before. It was just a protest. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Oh, it's the quadratic formula. I know it's the quadratic formula. Why are you saying it? I'm missing a huge unit test in math right now. I just thought I could, I don't know. Why did they have to pick today of all days to protest? Some of us are actually trying to get our diploma. The shooting happened 1 month ago today. That's why we picked it. You're one of those people? Yeah, sorry we took away your precious math test. My GPA is important. It's already suffered enough from there school are people suffering. How can you care about something like that when there are bigger things that it doesn't mean that when people are dying, I'm moving on. I can't put my future on hold. Addison doesn't have a future anymore. Her family can't just move on. That's just selfish. That isn't fair. I didn't ask for any of this. Neither did I, but I'm still trying to do something about it. I don't know what you're trying to do by getting into fights and heckling people. Heckling? I'm not throwing tomatoes at them. I didn't get into a fight.
Pressing the ice back onto her eye.
Ow. Okay, I got into a fight, but I didn't start it. This guy broke my sign. You had a sign? I never marked that one. Usually really had the message, but on that time, I didn't write anything. I just glued on the yearbook photos. You know, the ones of
Addison was wearing a red sweater.
right. People don't like to look at them because they don't want to face the truth, that they're not just victims. They were alive and smiled and waited in line to get a yearbook photo just like every other kid. So that's why I brought it to school. And this guy, I think he might have been a teacher, but I didn't recognize him. He was trying to get through the crowd to the doors, and he bumped into me and I dropped my sign, but then he stepped on it. He stepped on Jacob Albright's face, and it was covered in mud, and I couldn't let him do that, so I pushed him.
And he hit you?
A police officer grabbed me before he could. And I tried to break away because more people were stepping on my sign, stepping on all their faces, and I was trying to kick him away, and he walked me right in the eye. And then I actually got freaking arrested. How stupid is that?
Pretty stupid.
Resisting an officer my ass.
That's why I'm here too. I mean, I didn't kick an officer. One got shoved into me and I didn't mean to push him. Everything was chaos.
They were just looking for any reason to arrest us, to make us go away.
So everything could be normal.
But it can't be. There's no undoing what happened, and nobody seems to care. I don't understand why I'm the only one who's angry. People were walking into school, and they all just ignored us. Like we didn't exist, like it never even happened. That's not the way it should be. Everything's changed, and it feels like nothing has.
I don't have a lab partner in chemistry anymore. Addison used to.
You knew her?
She wasn't really my friend, or I guess we were in the sense that we sat next to each other in class and talked when we weren't working. We had a lot of classes together, so I think people assumed we were closer than we actually were, because after that day, I got a lot of DMs on Instagram offering condolences. It didn't feel right.
You're allowed to miss her, you know.
I know. It's been really different without her, without all of them.
It never should have happened. Nothing you or I could ever do to bring them back. I'm not trying to bring them back. I'm trying to stop it from happening again.
You can't do that either.
Why do you want more people to suffer?
I don't want that.
Then what do you want? Because that's what you're.
I want to go to school and take my math test without having to fight a police officer to get inside. I want to go to a homecoming without a memorial service. I want to wake up in the morning without hearing the gunshots and screams. I want everything to be normal. I just want to be normal. So I show up to school, and I study for my math test, and I smile at everyone in the hall, people I know, and people I don't, and people that I don't even like, because I don't know which one of them might bring again to school tomorrow. And I don't want to die because I didn't play nice.
Well, that didn't really work for Noah. Everybody liked him. That didn't stop him from getting a bullet in the head.
Why would you say that?
Didn't really matter when he got on his math tests either.
Seriously, what are you expecting to accomplish acting like this? You're not helping anyone with what you're doing now.
Lucy stands and steps closer to Catherine, seething. But Catherine backs away, refusing to face her. Wherever she goes, Lucy follows.
You went to the vigil. You walk past the memorial every day. How many kids have to be buried before you get angry?
How many policemen have to hit you in the head before you realize that they don't care?
You are part of the problem.
Catherine whips around suddenly in Lucy's face.
I'm not the reason they are going home. I didn't shoot up a...
Lucy shoves Catherine. She stumbles backwards but catches herself
Are you going to hit me? Or do you need to study first?
and launches an attack on Lucy. They slam against the wall, trying to throw each other onto the ground. A voice from off stage screams, "Hey, knock it off." The girls freeze. Lucy pushes Catherine off of her, who skulks to the furthest corner of the cell, tucking her knees into her chest and hides her face. Lucy slides down the wall and slumps down defeated. There's as much space between the two as possible. Catherine rubs part of her elbow that got slammed into the wall. After some hesitation, Lucy picks up her discarded ice pack. Here. She tosses it at Catherine and hits her in the head.
Ow. Sorry.
Catherine presses it to her arm.
Thanks.
Look, sorry,
I'm angry.
What?
I am angry. Every day back at school has been a nightmare. I get home and I just scream into my pillow at the unfairness of it all. They shouldn't be gone, but more than that, more than anything, I'm really scared. Scared that if I fight, nothing will change.
Me too. I'm terrified. I've been at protests and sometimes it feels hopeless. But if you can do the smallest thing, change just one person's mind, then you've already made a world of a difference. At least that's what I think.
Lucy stands and crosses to Catherine.
What happened to Noah, Jacob, Addison, their families? No one should have to suffer that way. But ignoring that suffering, choosing not to fight, that's like giving in.
Lucy holds out a hand to Catherine, and she takes and stands.
So we're angry.
Lucy takes a seat on the bench.
But the anger is a cry for peace. For things to change.
Catherine sits with Lucy.
And maybe they will. If I can change somebody's mind, maybe you already have.
Catherine hands back the ice.
It would be really nice if we had two. Thanks. Hey, the protest, is it continuing tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Already home it? That might be a good idea.
The two sit in a comfortable silence. Lucy leans her head on Catherine's arm, stirring the ice pack. They wait, together, lights dim. End of play.
Office of Gun Violence Prevention was
Shut down.
Because they're working, fixing gun violence in America with guns.
School shootings were called
A fact of life.
by the current president.
In August, a rainbow crosswalk memorializing the Pulse nightclub shooting.
The deadliest attack on the LGBT community in U.S. history was
Removed.
Because somehow we become more scared of rainbows than guns.
Somehow we're banning books before bullets from our classrooms.
Somehow, protecting children means shutting down drag bunches and DEI.
Rather than addressing their number one cause of death in children.
And we're more scared of remembering shootings.
And we are letting the next one happen.
This is the fourth cycle of the Enough Plays project.
Since its inception, more than 700 plays have been submitted.
All written by teenagers.
All about guns.
Many of whom have been told, when we're doing anything other than thinking or praying.
Stop making it political.
Well, guess what?
When you turn our lives into numbers,
When a shooting happens while the last one is still being reported,
When kids are dying in the street.
When kids are dying in their classrooms,
When one click turns intimate partner violence deadly.
when one click turns a mental health crisis into a suicide,
When our lives are treated as an essential expense in the business of freedom.
When politicians choose the gun lobby over us.
When politicians tell us to pray about it.
meanwhile kids are dying while they're literally praying.
We're gonna make it fucking political.
because people with guns are killing people constantly.
More than 700 stories have been told through this project alone about what guns are doing to this country.
We'd love to talk about something else, but here we are.
This night is not about awareness. If you're aware, if you're awake, you're already aware.
We're asking you to do something.
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 Take some kind of action.
Because the story about gun violence in this country needs to come to an end.
Some of us haven't accepted this as a fact of life.